Hello everyone. So I have a friend that they've found arthritis in his neck, upper back area, and now he's feeling a lot of tension in the lower back area. So he was asking me like what different postures that he could do just at home whenever we're not flowing like every night, just something to help with the pain and everything. So one thing that I learned from a physical therapist that used to do yoga with me, and I've said this before, is motion is lotion. And so doing yoga and just moving your body every single day is really going to help, just help with anything that you have going on. So what I want you to focus on, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a flow for like an arthritic back or spine. But honestly, it's a good flow. The postures and everything are good. It's not gonna be super long. And so you can just do this whenever you want. If you don't have any time and you just want to pick one of these postures to do, you can absolutely do that. Just anything is good. Moving, motion is lotion. So if you're ever doing anything and it hurts, slowly back away from it. That's probably something that's not good for your body right now. And so you have to, with every kind of exercise you do, you always have to listen to your body. Don't go to pain, go to stretch is what you really want to do. So we're going to start out with diaphragmatic breathing, which is also known as belly breathing. And so let me just push you back a little bit. Okay, so like I said, we're going to start out with diaphragmatic breathing. So what I want you to do is place one hand on the stomach. So you're just below the rib cage, right here. The easiest way that you can do this, I think, so that you're staying focused, is I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes, just so that you can focus on what you're doing. Because what I want you to do is I want you to breathe into the belly so that your hand actually moves out. Of course, it's not gonna go this crazy far, but your hand's gonna move out and then it's gonna move in as you exhale, okay? So let's get started, but let's first close your eyes. I want you to roll the shoulders onto the back. So your spine and neck are one long line. And just kind of get comfortable. Before we do any of the diaphragmatic breathing, let's just kind of get comfortable. If you need to kind of move around a little bit. I've said this before, I have a neck pillow that I sit on whenever I do any of my, any breathing practice or any meditation. It's always super helpful with the alignment is to have just a neck pillow propping your bottom up. So shoulders are down the back, they're relaxed. Spine and neck are one long line. So if you'd like, you can ever so slightly, tuck your chin towards your chest. And now I want you to bring one hand to the belly. You can keep the other hand on the knee, or even if you want to bring it to your heart, so that you can focus on making sure that your chest isn't rising, but just your stomach is rising, okay? So inhale into the belly and exhale. And we're just breathing in and out of the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. A long inhale, filling the lungs completely. Sorry, I just cued you wrong because I said filling the lungs. That was wrong. Inhale, long, filling your belly. And exhale slowly. Inhale into the belly. And exhale slowly. Keep on breathing like that, and I'm going to keep on talking. So one thing you want to do is that if you have any heart issues, you never ever want to hold your breath. I've said this before, I'll keep on saying it, but if you have any heart issues, do not hold your breath. So you can still keep with the long inhales and the slow exhales. If you don't have any health issues, you can do a long inhale, pause at the top, and then a slow exhale. What you want to do is try to make your exhales a little bit longer than the inhales, okay? So inhale, exhale, do a couple more. Inhale into the belly, exhale, last time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, slowly blink your eyes open. So that's something that you can practice and do every single day. When you do that diaphragmatic breathing and you're sitting with this, with the proper alignment, with the tailbone, well, if you're propped, you can sit on a pillow or even a block if you have a block. You can sit on a block or any kind of pillow, any little pillow, just something that will tilt the bottom up. The spine and neck are one long line, and doing the diaphragmatic breathing because your shoulders are down but your spine is long, it's really good for your spine. That can really help you with it. And so that is how we're going to start. And now let's get into some of the postures that we can do. So we're going to do an actual flow. And so we're going to start out in child's pose. So big toes are touching, the knees are spread wide, and they can be as wider than the mat, wherever you're comfortable with. And what I want you to do is I want you to slowly come down, connecting the third eye to the mat. Keeping with that breathing in and out of the nose. Now, bring the knees together so we're in more of a restorative child's pose. Still, the forehead is down on the mat, and I want you to bring your hands behind the back, clasp the fingers together, and just hold this position. So what we're doing is we're pushing the knuckles towards the feet. Keeping with that breathing. Do a couple more. Last breath. Okay, we're going to make our way into thread the needle. So we're going to stack the wrists under the shoulders. The knees are under the hip points. Bring the fingertips, spread the fingertips wide, and then you can slightly tuck the thumbs in and just push away from the ground. Really pushing in with the pointer fingers and the thumbs and really feel your back broaden. Draw the navel towards the spine and slightly up towards the heart. One more breath. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. And then we're going to exhale and thread it underneath the left arm. So thread the needle. Anything that you're doing to twist the spine is really good for it. It just gets things lubricated. Keep up with the breathing. Now you can keep your left hand just down on the mat, or if you want, you can reach around the back and try and grab a bind. My little microphone box is there, so it's hard for me, but keep with the breathing. One more breath. As you exhale, plant the left hand down and then inhale the right arm all the way up to the sky and stretch long. And place the hand down. Coming right up to the left side, inhale the left arm up. And exhale, thread it underneath the right hand. So again, you have your hand, the right hand is just sitting on the mat. You can even spider up and push yourself deeper into this twist. Or if you grabbed a bind on the one side, I want you to reach around the back and find your bind. So you're grasping your upper quad with the fingertips. Keeping with the breath. On the next exhale, plant the left hand down. Inhale right hand down. Inhale the left arm up and stretch, reach. And place the hand down. So now we're going to do some cat cows. So in the cat position, we're going to first take a prep inhale and then exhale. Whoops. We're first going to take a preparation inhale and then exhale cat. Really arching, rounding the back up. And then drop the belly, inhale cow. Now in this cow, I want you to be reaching the tailbone upwards, pulling the heart through the arms. And now exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. And exhale cat. One more time. Inhale cow. And exhale cat. Now I want you to make this very organic. So you can circle around the wrists and just really move your back and your hips. And reverse. Come back to neutral tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes under and push our hips up and back into downward facing dog. So it's our first down dog. Gotta tuck my shirt in. So it's our first down dog. We want to make sure that we are bicycling the feet, pedaling the feet, moving the legs. So with down dog, I want you to focus on the arms being long and strong. The biceps are by the ears. Now, if this gets too hard for you to hold it up this high, you can always come onto your elbows. Because right now, I just want you to focus on reaching that tailbone high and warming up, waking up your hamstrings. So whatever feels good to you right now, but we're just thinking about that spine being super long. Tailbone reaching skyward. I want you to inhale that right leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Swipe it up. Step it through. So the right foot is by the right hand. We're going to drop that left knee and we're going to inhale up into Anjaneyasana. So we have the low, this is our low lunge. We're going to steeple the fingertips and really arch the back. Breathe. Reaching fingertips high. If you have any issues with balance here, just move your foot a little bit wider to the edge of the mat. And exhale, slowly release that. Step your foot back so we're in a high plank. We're going to come all the way down to our chaturanga, or all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale up into your cobra or upward facing dog. Cobra, the legs, the thighs are touching. Upward facing dog, thighs are up. We're pushing out of the shoulder socket, so don't sink into your shoulders. And exhale. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. We're going to drop that right knee. Inhale, the arms up into our Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Steeple the fingers and arch back. Reaching those fingers high. And release the hands to the mat. Step the foot back, high plank. Come into your chaturanga. Inhale up into your heart opener. And exhale, downward facing dog. So we're gonna come up on the tippy toes. Let's tiptoe to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. So with this, your feet, you can have your big toes touching and the heels slightly apart, or your feet can be underneath the hip points. There's no right or wrong with the forward fold. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. So wherever you are, I want you to sway side to side and front to back. If your balance is good, then I want you to grab opposite elbows and just let the weight of your arms and your head just pull the spine really long towards the earth. And this is another great one for your hamstrings, because you're going to feel this in the back of your legs. Keep with the breathing. Bring the fingertips down. We're going to inhale, halfway lift, engaging the core. So the navel's drawn back towards the spine and then slightly up towards the heart. Our crown of the head is reaching forward as the tailbone is reaching back. So again, we are elongating our spine, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms out to the side. We're going to come all the way up, hands to heart center, and then hands down by the side in our Tadasana, mountain pose. So with mountain pose, we are engaging our thighs, so hug muscle to bone. The glutes are engaged, tailbone is slightly tucked under, navel is drawn towards the spine, the arms are reaching long, fingertips reaching. And we're always breathing. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the fingertips down. Step the left foot back. So we're now in our runner's lunge. The knee is up. The spine is long. You've got this line of energy all the way from your heel, all the way up and out the crown of the head. Plant the hands, step back into plank, and you're going to go to downward dog or go through a flow. Inhale to your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up, exhale, swing it through, plant it by the right thumb. Come into our runner's lunge. The back of that left thigh is reaching skyward. Now we're going to step that left foot up to meet the right, and we will be in a forward fold. And again, you can have your big toes touching heels slightly apart, or if you need your feet apart, that's fine. Inhale, halfway lift, engage the core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up into our standing upward salute. Hands touch. Exhale, back bend. And then inhale your hands into Namaskar hands, prayer hands at heart center. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant the fingertips down, step the right foot to the back of the mat this time. So we're in our runner's lunge. The back of the right thigh is reaching skyward. Knee over ankle on the left side. And we're breathing. Plant the hands, step back into plank, and go to downward dog or go through a flow. Inhale to your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that, left leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. Back into the runner's lunge, so knee over ankle. Back right thigh is reaching skyward, and we're breathing. hop that right foot up to meet the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, slight back bend. And inhale your hands back into Namaskar, prayer hands at heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage the core. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into plank. You can go to downward dog or go through flow. Inhale to your heart prayer. And exhale, downward facing dog. So come onto the knees. You can swish your legs forward. I've got wires sticking out, all crazy. So we're going to come into bridge pose. Bridge pose is really good for the spine as well because you're engaging those back muscles to hold you up. So I want you to slowly let yourself down all the way onto your back. Use your core to help get you down. So bridge pose. What I want you to do is bring the feet close to the glutes so that you can touch your Achilles tendon area. So just right the ankle, right where the ankle is, the back of the ankle. So I want you to first, we're going to squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, and then inhale and lift up into bridge pose. So I want you to make that engagement before you lift up so that every muscle is working. So right now, I want your thighs to be drawing towards one another. They don't have to touch, but you want that action of everything is pulling into the center line of the body. So the glutes you're hugging the glutes, you are engaging those thighs, and you're going to feel this in your back because you're engaging those back muscles holding you up. And just breathe through this. Take a deep inhale. And exhale and slowly, with control, release that one vertebrae at a time. So you can take your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees just kind of knock together. You can swish your hips side to side, if that makes sense. You're just kind of wiggling the hips, doing a little windshield wiping with the knees to just break up any tension that was built up right there. Okay, bring your feet back to that position so that you can touch your Achilles tendon. I want you to hug the glutes, hug the muscle to bone in the thighs, and lift. And if it helps you to close your eyes in this posture, go ahead and close your eyes. If you have any areas where you are feeling any kind of discomfort, if it's pain, get out of it. But if it's just like it's a tightness, then try and breathe into that spot. Focus your breath into that sore area. And every time you exhale, try to feel it or visualize it, the pain or discomfort just kind of disappearing with every exhale. Let's hold this for 10, 9, squeeze, 8, 7, 6,
5, keep lifting. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly with control, release that. Hug the knees into the chest and just rock side to side. Massage your spine. Massage those muscles that surround the spine. Because that's what we're trying to work. That's what we're trying to get the juices to go to those spots, right? Okay, so we're coming back into that same posture as you're going into bridge, but this time we're going to do a pelvic tilt. So this is not going to be like, it's not super visible when you do it. But what I want you to do is just to relax, and then I want you to tilt your pelvis. So I want you, it's almost like your tailbone is like this, right? You're just kind of tilting it upwards. So you feel the length, the entire length of your spine and your back is just completely relaxed and in contact with the mat. So you have that slight engagement. You're gonna feel this in your lower abs. I would say uterus, but some of you don't have a uterus. So, but it's just that lower area right there where you feel that engagement. But you're also relaxed in this position. What you want to do is just feel the length of the spine just melting towards the earth. Now don't forget, that pelvis is tilted, so it's almost like your hip points are kind of drawing up towards your lower ribs. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, and just release everything down. So the legs are as wide or wider than the mat. The heels are in, the toes are out. And you are completely relaxed and melting towards the earth. Let's start at the top, and I want you to relax your forehead. Just try and, if you can envision your brain being like a fist, try to relax your brain. Relax your eyes. Let them just sink back into your skull. Relax your face muscles. Relax the tongue, just let it float. Relax your neck. Relax the shoulders. Relax the biceps, the triceps, your elbows. Relax the forearms. Relax your wrists. Relax the backs of the hands. Relax the palms of the hands. And relax your fingers, one by one. And relax the thumbs. Relax your glutes. Relax the pelvis and your abdominal muscles. Relax the upper back and the chest. Relax your thighs. Relax the knees. Relax your lower legs. Relax your ankles. Relax the tops of the feet. Relax your arches. Relax the pad of the feet. And relax each toe one by one. Do a real quick body scan, starting at the tops of the head and going all the way down to the toes, making sure that every muscle is just relaxed. Let your breathing become natural. Try not to let the mind wander. If you have a hard time just being in the here and now and you're trying to focus on what you're doing, but your to-do list keeps on popping in your head, just focus on your breath. Focus on it entering your body. Notice the chest rising. And watch it, follow it as it exits the body. Relax everything and I will bring you back. Shavasana. Start to take deeper breaths. Start to make micro movements with the fingertips. Toes. The wrists. And now the ankles. Bring the legs together. And stretch your body really long, reaching the arms long over the head. And then exhale, I want you to come into a little ball, hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side again, massage the spine. Now I want your left leg to go long. pull that right knee in towards the chest. And then as you exhale, I want you to bring the right knee over to the left side, keeping both shoulders grounded. So your hips are stacked on top of one another, but your shoulders are grounded. You're reaching the right arm out to the right and looking towards the right. So this is another spinal twist that is really good for the back. Breathe slowly. One more breath. Inhale the knees back into the chest, hug them in tight. Rocking side to side for just a second. Let that right leg go long and pull that left knee across the body, keeping both shoulder blades down on the mat, stacking the hips on top of each other, reaching the left arm out to the left and looking towards the left. And breathe slowly. So you'll notice that you are completely twisting your body. Your neck is twisted. Your spine is twisted. This is really good for the spine. One more breath. Inhale your knees back into the chest. One more time, one more chance to massage those muscles that surround the spine. I believe the rhomboids are in that area. You got a lot of spinal muscles. So come into your favorite side for fetal position, using the bottom arm as a pillow. Take a couple of just relaxing breaths here, keeping the eyes closed. And I want you to keep the eyes closed until I cue you to open your eyes at the very end of the practice. If you cannot keep your eyes closed, if you can just keep them slightly opened and downcast so that you're not really opening them. On the next inhale, push yourself up into a seated position, your easy pose, staggering your legs, your shins, one in front of the other. You can kind of wiggle around, move around and just kind of get settled. Resting the palms, the hands with the palms up on top of the knees. I want you to feel the length of the spine. So really lengthen the spine up from the base all the way up and out the crown of the head. You can slightly tuck your chin towards your chest so you can just feel that lengthening. So let's end this with some more diaphragmatic breathing. Filling the belly. If you want, you can put your hand on the belly again, inhaling. Notice as your belly and your hand move outwards, and then as you exhale, those muscles contract and your hand falls back towards the spine.
diaphragmatic breath. Replace the hand back on top of the knee. Take one complete breath, inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, rounding up overhead, palms touch. Exhale your hands down into heart center, connecting the thumbs with the heart chakra. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. One more time, inhale. Let it go. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. Namaste. You can slowly blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me on this spinal arthritic flow. Again, this is just, it's a good flow. You're moving your body so you can do it whether you have issues with your spine or not. Again, you can do each of these postures just one at a time if you don't have a lot of time. I'll go back over them with you really quick. So the diaphragmatic breathing, the belly breathing is really good to do. The child's pose with your hands bound behind the back is a good one. Thread the needle. Anytime you're twisting your spine is really good. So threading the needle, you reach one arm long and then you thread it underneath the other one, resting the ear and the cheek on the mat. Cat-cow, you're inhaling and reaching, rounding the belly towards the earth. Exhale, cat, arching that back up. And the cat-cow you can also do, if you have issues with your knees, you can also do cat-cow just sitting like this. And so you exhale, cat, and really arch that back. And then inhale, cow, and round the belly. And so that's something you can do just sitting on your bottom. And you can also do that other part where you just kind of really get into your shoulders and your stomach and your hips and your back. And you're just feeling everything. You can move both ways. So if you have knee issues, absolutely do that sitting down. Downward facing dog. So you've got the crown of the head reaching towards the ground, and then your spine is super long, and then the tailbone is reaching skyward. And so the spine is just super long and extended. That's always a good one. The Anjane Asana with the low lunge. When your knee is grounded, the other one, you've got the knee over the ankle, and you're just really, need to spread a little wider. You're reaching up and then arching the back and just feeling the length of the spine reaching up. Forward fold, when you have your arms and you're holding your arms and swaying side to side, that helps to really lengthen the spine and it pulls you down towards the earth. The Tadasana, when you're standing up, everything is engaged, your legs, your thighs, and everything, and the spine is super long. The bridge pose is a good one. And then that pelvic tilt that we do to the end, so your back is completely flat on the mat, you're melted in towards the mat, but then you just tilt your pelvic bowl just slightly up so that you feel that the whole lengthening of your spine is just connected to the mat. and supine twist. That's one of my favorite things to do. I will probably close 90% of the flows with that supine twist because it just feels so good. Your neck is twisted, your body is twisted, you're like completely twisted out, and it just is so good and it feels so good. So all of those are really great things to do if you have any issues with your spine. And like I said before, my friend told me she's a retired physical therapist, but she said motion is lotion. And so just keep on moving, and I hope to see you again next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.